Hey guys, what's going on? Gray BTC here, and you're watching Crypto Hustle. I am in the middle of the night. It's literally almost midnight here, and I'm here to give you guys a very, very important update, especially with regarding to Arbitrum. I am all in on Arbitrum. I'm an investor, but as I speak right now, I have reduced my portfolio a little bit by 50% due to the news that's happening right now. And you guys can decide whether this is something that you will keep your tokens with if you're still invested in Arbitrum, or this is basically the end for you where you'll be like, okay, it's over for me with Arbitrum. So to give you a little bit of a background, Arbitrum has dropped significantly in price today by almost 10% because a lot of people are dumping Arbitrum due to fears that the developers themselves are almost pulling a rug. Literally, they're selling the tokens on Arbitrum even though the DAO has voted no. So let me give you a background. Chris here has put together a little bit of a good tweet that is a summary of what's going on. Arbitrum team wrongly started utilizing the 750 million Arbitrum tokens before the vote was even done. They just assumed the fours would win. But now the against are winning. Team now claims the vote was ratification, not a request. Decentralization theater is being fully exposed. Now, what does this mean? Let me give you guys a little bit of an update or a recap of what's happening. While you're watching, please make sure you destroy the like button. For every like I get, I do a push-up. And shout out to Danny. Shout out to Angel Falls. He's the one in Discord. When I shared this news in the private Discord, he was the one who was like, hey, can you go live and actually talk about this? So thanks to Angel Falls for pushing me to do this right now. All right. So when Arbitrum Foundation was created, they created the token Arbitrum. The project, the protocol have been running for a long time now, almost 2 years, without a token at all. It accumulated billions of dollars in TVL, and it's been incredible. Recently, 2 weeks ago, the token launched. There was an airdrop. Now the Arbitrum token exists. And there is always a distribution when it comes to tokens, right? On how much tokens are out there. And the team has been really transparent in terms of the token distribution, which I can show you guys. This is what it looks like. This is the distribution of the investors, the DAO in Arbitrum, and so on and so on, in the DAO treasury. This is what we're talking about today. So what ended up happening, they launched, and they say that we're launching the token of Arbitrum as a governance token. This is a good strategy because it puts the SEC at bay to say, hey, they'll ask you, why are you guys launching a token? That sounds like a security to me. And they say, no, this token is what our community uses to control what happens to this protocol. Just like on Ethereum. People vote if they want something, or they vote no if they don't want it. Theoretically, at least. But now, what's happening is Arbitrum Foundation to receive $1 billion in proposal, if proposal passes. So this is where we were a few days ago. They created a new proposal to say Arbitrum Foundation has created a company in Cayman, and they need a little bit of money, or at least 750 million tokens of Arbitrum, which is just over $1 billion. They will use these funds to operate as a company that deals with managing. It's sort of like an administrative arm of Arbitrum. The DAO, it means that the Arbitrum Foundation, the protocol is controlled by us, token holders. But whatever we vote for, this foundation in Cayman will be responsible for implementation of this. So it's a DAO, it's a decentralized economy, right? Theoretically on paper. So they thought that everybody loves airdrop and everybody loves Arbitrum. When we propose this, people are going to like it and they will vote yes. And guess what, guys? I will show you the results of the votes on Snapshot. These are the current results. A lot of people, 69 million tokens, have voted against this proposal. 18 million have voted for it, and 2.1 million have just abstained it. So this is what Chris is showing here. So when your community has voted against something, you're not supposed to do it. So Arbitrum Foundation literally went on and started utilizing the funds. They started selling some of these tokens for USDT and USDC, and they came out and say, "Oh, we're doing this for the best of the community. It's a chicken and egg problem. The AIP1 is not supposed to be a request from the community. Is more like." It's basically we're just trying to show that we care and the community can have a say, but it's not like we're waiting for them to approve it. So this is what the Arbitrum Foundation have come up with. Now, when people see this kind of behavior, they're like, "Oh my gosh, this decentralization token is fake." It means that the founders have a back door where they're just going to be claiming tokens by themselves and selling them off the market, and the price could keep on going down. That is the fear. So they said where we could have communicated better. This is the response from the Arbitrum Foundation. "We believe that a lot of the negative sentiment around AIP1 was driven by confusion around the notion of AIP1 being a ratification and not a request. For those that didn't realize that this was a ratification, they may have been surprised to see that the foundation's tokens have already been separated and begun to be utilized. In hindsight, we should have made it clear that this was indeed a ratification of a decision that had been made, which explains why there has been movement in the treasury that had been set aside for the foundation. The foundation treated this as a ratification of its initial setup, not an initial grant request from the DAO treasury, and indeed has begun to use these tokens in the interest of the DAO, including conversions of some funds into stablecoins for operational purposes." Okay, so this is where we are right now. And it's a little concerning now. Now people are freaking out. And now the question is the token going to survive this? And that's what I will answer. And I'll show you guys some data of what could happen and what you should probably do. And quickly, I just want to give a shout out. I launched a documentary last month, and it's getting a lot of views on my second channel. For those of you guys who wonder how I ended up where I am with crypto, started completely broke to becoming a millionaire, I recommend you go to my other channel. It's called Gray BTC, and watch my documentary here. I recorded my entire journey from completely broke to becoming a millionaire now. So go and watch it and let me know what you think. I just wanted you guys to know about this documentary, that it's out there. It exists for some of you guys who might want to see it. All right, now let's move on to the Arbitrum story. What is more likely to happen, and what should be the strategy to protect yourself in a situation like this? Okay, so for a lot of people on Twitter, they might be loud and screaming. They might say, nothing is going to happen and all that. But people who care about governance usually have a lot of tokens themselves. They hold a lot of tokens. And those are the people who care about what should be happening. Now, all the Twitter noisy people are usually the ones who got a little bit of airdrops, and the votes might not make that much difference. It's like, if you have 10,000 tokens, it might sound like a lot, but like when you're making a vote in this kind of democratic system, it's literally nothing. You need people who have millions of tokens to basically make a move. So I will show you some of the voters. This is Olympio.eth. He's one of the voters. Look at how many tokens he used to vote. 18 million tokens, one person. He voted against this proposal. And you have the second person, this address right here. It voted with 13 million tokens. And this one here, 5.3 million tokens. Some of them are delegates. Some of them are individuals who just own a lot of tokens. This is Alpha Insiders. They have 2 million tokens. They voted against it. All right. Now, what does this mean? It means that people at the top of the pecking order of the token holders, These guys care, and if this becomes too chaotic, they might just start selling. And you have to care. If someone with 18 million tokens, if this guy decides like screw these guys, they'll probably dump the token if they're selling everything without our authority. Screw it. I'm just gonna start dumping my tokens too. So my thoughts on this is that we might see Arbitrum under $1. I was buying Arbitrum from $1, 10 cents and 14 cents and 20 cents. I was buying a lot, but today I was forced to sell most of it, half of it at least, because I didn't see Arbitrum going under $1, but with this kind of news, it might go there. So what I have done, I have sold. Let me just open up a chart to show you the strategies that I have implemented. So that's something to consider for you guys, to just know that this might become bigger than what it was intended to be, because I think this is kind of a rug pull behavior. They can come up with any explanation. They have written a really, really good explanation here, but on the proposals, but to be honest, none of it makes sense. The community is furious. Like, look at the comments here whenever you have time. The community is extremely furious. People are not buying this nonsense. They're like, screw you guys. You're trying to screw us over. We also not going to care. So it's very concerning. I mean, I'm really worried about this, to be honest. I didn't expect Arbitrum to basically behave like this kind of manner. They know better. I mean, when I met Vitalik and the Ethereum Foundation team, and they were really positive about Arbitrum, they're like, oh, these guys, they care. They're good product developers and all that. The technology is great. But now look, when I started this video, it was 117. Now it's 1.15. It's dumping. The lowest so far has been 113. And you can see that we have tested this low level here. And more likely we might get down to 110 again, which is where I bought most of my Arbitrum, around 110 level. And my strategy now is that now it's breaking. I will enter back again when it's above 130. If it recovers this and goes above 130 again, I might start aping in. But for now, I'm stepping aside. I still have 50% of my holdings in there, but for now, I think this is bad news. So you have to still be smart with it. This might just be a mishandling on the foundation's part, and it might get rectified really quickly. So it's very smart to put buy orders at the low level. Like if it hits 110 again, I'll keep buying. If it goes like to $1, I'll buy even more. And the lower it gets, I might just start buying. So yeah, a lot of you guys are joining us just now. You're saying Arbitrum, why is it dumping? It's because they mismanage the funds. The foundation, the people behind it, the developers, they're using the funds that belong to the DAO treasury. And they just imagine you have a bank in your house, and you agree with your whole family that nobody is going to have control to take out the money before all of us agree to it. And you just decide to just walk into the safe and take the money out. And then your wife and your children loses trust in you. They don't trust you anymore. You're not democratic. You're now a dictator, which means you can take this money and go and gamble with it and go drink alcohol, and then we become poor. So people now do not trust Arbitrum management team at the moment. Okay, so Eric Carter. Eric is a special member on this channel. That means he is a supporter of the channel. So shout out to Eric for your support. What's up? Just getting in here. Should I take a short position on ARB? I think it's smart to do it. You could get stopped because now there will be a lot of manipulation of the price here. People trying to liquidate each other. But if you don't use too much leverage, I think you could safely short it from now. And your stop loss should probably be at 130. Just in case we see a very sharp return, because the Arbitrum team sold some of the tokens. Now, because they're under pressure, they might consider buying back the ARB tokens to push the price up. But this is considerably, I think it's serious enough that it could even take the Arbitrum token to 50 cents even. They didn't take 750 million tokens yet. They proposed to do so, but the proposal have been denied by the community. Yet the team has been taking those funds and utilizing them. They're selling some of the tokens in the treasury, buying, for USDT, and they borrowed about 40 million to a market maker, and they sold about 10 million tokens for about roughly $40 million worth of tokens for operational purposes, they claim. But this is the return of the vote. I voted for, but it seems like they don't care. So this is the result of the vote. It's basically what's happening in corrupt countries, right? The citizens vote for one candidate, but the government just basically ape in with their rigging elections and steal. These guys are not even rigging. They're like, we don't care about these numbers. We don't care about the results. We're just going to do what we want because we built this technology. But they forget that we are the community that gives value to these tokens. All right. For those of you guys wondering what platforms I use for trading, for DEXs, I like to use GMX or Apex. For centralized exchanges, I use Bybit. I also use OKX. Links to those platforms are in the description below. If you sign up with my links, there's more than $30,000 of bonus money as welcome bonuses, depending on how much you deposit and how much you use to trade. So the links to everything is down in the description below. And also a reminder, my documentary on how I basically recorded my entire journey from broke to millionaire is live on YouTube on my other channel, Gray BTC. Go and check it out right now. It's available on my new channel. So go ahead, go subscribe and watch and enjoy. I just wanted to give you guys this update. I think it's very important, especially if you care about Arbitrum as an investor or if you care generally about decentralization. Currently, there's a response from Arbitrum's foundation on their Twitter account. They're dropping the gems here saying that, we made a mistake. It's a chicken and egg problem, but the community is angry, including this guy says ETH2. He says that it's scam. I sold all my Arbitrum coins and wait for ZK Sync. With this stealing, you destroyed your entire chain. You hardly can lie yourself out of it anymore. If you ignore the DAO vote to enrich yourself and steal of the community. Now, ZK Sync now is going to take this advantage to their own advantage because they have to launch their own token, also their layer 2, and they'll look at this and be like, okay, our airdrop has to be hot. So if you want to be part of the airdrop for ZK Sync, I've shared the document on how to do it in the Discord server. Those of you guys who are not in my alpha group on Discord, make sure you join in. I also have a spreadsheet with more than 55 upcoming airdrops, which I will be dropping tomorrow in the Discord server, the alpha group. For you to be part of that, to see all the upcoming airdrops, it literally gives you the guide of exactly what you need to do to get some of those airdrops. Make sure you join, and link is in the description if you want to be part of the Discord alpha group. It comes with tutorials and courses as well, and a high level community of traders and investors in crypto that will help you make money. All the updates that other people don't know, the normal people, we know it, and we're always in there sharing the alpha. So be sure to join in. That's the community you need for you to be profitable in crypto. And Eric Carter says, just took a short at 50x. I think 50x is a little aggressive, bro. Like, take it easy. Take it easy. Don't go too hard, because people know that traders who have a lot of capital know that everybody is short Arbitrum. So they would pump the price up to liquidate everybody. So you have to be careful. You don't want to be too hard right now. And this can just be nothing at the end of the day, depending on how the Arbitrum Foundation handles the negative news. But we'll see. I have opened a short position. It's not aggressive. It's like a 5x leverage. And my liquidation price is a lot higher, but my stop loss is at $1.30. As always, guys, love you. I will see you on the next video. For those of you who want to learn how to trade and invest in cryptocurrency, links are in the description. Crypto University, Web3 Masterclass is in there. For those of you who just need to be part of the high-level community traders, Discord link is also in the description. I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember to leave a like. Every like I get, one push-up. We have so many people watching, not enough likes. I call that hating. So if you're not a hater, do what you gotta do, guys. Peace out.